Hey ladies, let's talk about gross things that men do. I need you to tell me if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been somewhere in public by yourself usually and you see like a husband and wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend together and his girl turns her head for a second and he looks at you and does this, or he like licks his lips, or he does this and he's just flicking his tongue at you, or he does this. Has that ever happened to you? Where men do that, or, like they lick their lips and like blow you a little kiss, like right in front of her. But for some reason, the woman never sees. They're so slick about it. The woman never sees. So tell me, has that ever happened to you? That has literally been happening to me my whole entire life since I was probably like 11 years old, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm assuming this happens to all women. I'm assuming this has happened to you ladies at some point in your life. I mean, it must. But I think it's one of those things like women don't really talk about very much because it's just part of life. So like, are you going to go and get together with your friends and tell them how you flushed the toilet 3 times today? Like, why would you bring that up? Like, everybody knows we all use the toilet. We all flush it. That wouldn't be a topic of conversation because it's just, we all already know. It's nothing to talk about. So I'm wondering if maybe that's why I don't hear a lot of women talking about this, because it just happens to us all and we've been dealing with it our entire lives and it's just part of life and we don't think much of it because it's just so common. Or maybe this doesn't happen to people. Maybe it's just happened to me a bunch of times. I doubt that, but I just want to check and see. I think it would be an interesting topic to talk about. So let us know. Has this happened to you? Do they do this to you? Have you ever responded? Never in my life, because every single time it's happened, I have like not known it was going to happen and it just happened so fast. And I didn't have time to process it that I've never like lashed out and said, what the F are you doing? Your wife is right there. That was really disgusting what you just did to me. Like, I should have done that, and maybe I will at some point, but I never have because it just happened so quickly. I didn't know it was going to happen, and it's usually in some public place where there's other people around, and I don't know if his girlfriend is going to believe me. She might try to fight me. I mean, who knows? And obviously he's going to be like, what, are you crazy? What are you talking about, you crazy lady? Like, I mean, he's obviously going to lie. He's not going to admit to what he just did. But I wonder, has this happened to you, and have you ever called him out on it? And what happened? Like, the last time it happened to me, I was in a Planned Parenthood. This was like a few years back, and there was a guy with his girlfriend, and I was waiting in line. He was with his girlfriend. They were signing in, or she was signing in, and he looks at me and he did the whole tongue lick lip thing to me, and I was just like, out of all the places in Planned Parenthood, like, what the, oh my God. They were probably there for an STD that he caught when he was cheating. It's like, who knows? Or maybe, maybe they were trying to get ready for pregnancy or something. Like, oh, what a creep. And I was like thinking to myself, should I just tell her? Well, as we were sitting there in the waiting room, after he did it, we're all sitting in the waiting room. And I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, should I tell her what he did? Do I want to ruin her day? Do I want all the people in the waiting room to know what happened? And a lot of people might think I'm crazy. I mean, I don't think women, as long as it's happened to them before, I think they would believe me. maybe deep down inside, but she may not want to believe it. She may not want to believe that her man would do that because she may be a pick-me and she may be totally in love with him. And I could probably have showed her a video of him doing that. And if she doesn't want to believe it, she won't believe it. But yeah, that was the last time it happened. It's happened so many times throughout my life. And it definitely happens less now that I've leveled. Okay, I'm always talking about, being leveled up. And every time you guys see me, I'm literally with this kind of hair, in my pajamas, in my house dress, talking about, oh my God, I'm a sugar baby, and I don't have to work, men support me. And I'm here on the couch, and I'm just like, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I look like a bum. Okay. I swear, ladies, I dress up very nicely. I really, really, really do. I'm just always lounging around because I don't have a job to go to. I don't have a job to go to because men pay the bills for me, so I don't have to go. Yes, I do some stuff online and I have Airbnbs and things like that, but I don't have to physically go to a job, so I can sit here and make videos until I have to go to dance class or I have to go for my massage or whatever I'm doing that day. But you guys don't get to see me a lot when I'm really pretty because I don't have to get that pretty very often, honestly. One, my main provider man, he lives on the other side of that wall. We live in a multi-family home. He lives over there. It's been 14 years. He does not need to see me in makeup. He does not. We don't have that type of relationship. We're not romantic partners. We were a long time ago, but not anymore. But yeah, he doesn't need to see me like that. So I don't dress up for him. We don't really go on dates and stuff like that. I mean, we go on dates, but it's with my children. So, tonight we're all going out. He's taking us out to hibachi. My kids are coming and their friends and, their spouses and everything. So, we do dates like that, but we don't go on romantic dates. We do family dates pretty much. And then my second runner-up, SD John, well, I don't go on very many dates with him at all because he's usually in trouble with me. He's been on timeout for a few months now. So we go long periods of time where we don't see each other at all and we don't even speak at all. So I don't really need to get dressed up for him very often. And when I go to dance class, I always, I wear a black hat. I wear my COVID mask. I just wear black clothing. I'm covered from head to toe. I don't look very striking on purpose because, when I'm at dance school, I just like to be professional as much as I can. So you guys don't really get to see me really pretty. And I haven't really been dating anybody else lately. I mean, I still have a few other SDs on the roster, but I don't talk about them because they're not very significant in my life. I see them here and there. We don't even talk regularly. So that's why you haven't heard me talk about them very much. I've got some much older videos where, I secretly recorded them on dates and stuff like that, but they're not very significant. So I don't talk about them much. But yeah, I don't really have a great reason to dress up unless I'm going freestyling. Sometimes I make videos of that where you guys see me, but why are we talking about this now? I don't remember. What's the topic of this video? Oh, talking about men being perverted in public and acting like that. So the way I dress up now, when I do dress up to go out, attracts a different kind of man. And even men who may look at me and like me, but they see that, I'm dressed in a classy, sexy, sophisticated type of high-end way. If they were gonna do a tongue flick to me, they probably refrain from doing it. When I was younger and I dressed more kind of trendy and hot, tight jeans and, not that there's anything wrong with tight jeans, but, certain styles of clothing attracted more men like that who would do things like that because, they would see me and they would say, oh, okay, I think she'll tolerate this. So I'm not telling you to change how you dress. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I can tell by, how my style has changed when I get dressed up and I'm leveled up in public. It's different. It's a different style than I used to have, some years ago. And stuff like that used to happen to me a lot more, a lot more. If I walk into a place now with, a nice form-fitting dress with no cleavage showing, not much leg showing, red, I'm wearing red bottom shoes, my hair is a certain way, my makeup's a certain way, my jewelry is a certain way. People will see me, but it's almost like it commands respect. Like, like I get their attention for sure, but they're not hooting and hollering. They're like, oh shit, wow, who just walked in? Oh my God. It's more like that type of reaction. Some years ago, before I changed my style, I would spend a few hours getting ready to go out, and then I would go out and maybe I would have like tight jeans on, like some cute little boots or something, big earrings, a kind of top that would maybe, show my cleavage a bit. I mean, like I looked pretty and I looked hot and I looked sexy, but that would get a different kind of response from men. Men would feel like they could say something to me. They thought maybe I was attainable. Maybe if they did a little tongue flick to me, like maybe I would do a little tongue flick back to him, like whatever the hell their weird fantasies are when they do that. I think they want a response, maybe, or they want to know that they're, without your consent, putting their lust on you and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the very sick part of when men do that. They are inviting you. No, they're not even inviting you. They're putting you into their lustful world without your permission, without your consent. They don't ask you if you want to be there. They're saying, I'm lusting over you and I'm going to force you to know about it without your permission. That's the R word mentality. It's not cool at all. I think that's probably why they do stuff like that. I mean, because clearly, if their wife or girlfriend is right there, it's not like you're going to walk up to him and say, hey, can I get your number? Or, hey, do you want my number? Like, he knows that's not going to happen because his girl is right there. So he's not doing it because he thinks he can actually have you. He knows he can't. His girl's right there. He wants to show you his lust because he's getting off on the idea of you knowing he's lusting after you. And because you're in public and you're probably going to be a little timid about it and shocked, you won't have the courage or the balls to stand up and call him out on it. And he knows like you're trapped, that there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to have to accept the fact that he put his lust on you without your permission and you can't tell on him, you can't do anything. I think they just get off on that feeling. It makes them feel like they're controlling you. And in a way they are. It's a weird psychological control. So clearly they must feel powerless in their own life to even want to have that kind of control over another person. It's like they can't control their own life. So they're going to try to control part of your life and they're going to get their jollies while they're doing it. It's sick psychology. So let me know if that has ever happened to you. I assume it must happen to women all the time. Or maybe not. It's not something I've had a lot of conversations about because it's just such a normal everyday occurrence. And it's really sad because stuff like that first started happening when I was probably around 10 or 11 years old is when it first started. And I imagine that you guys have stories like that too. Okay, ladies, so blow up the comments. Let's talk about it. I want to see what your experiences have been, if this is normal for you guys. Okay? All right, talk to you later. Bye for now.